Testing. All right, about 20 seconds left of warm-up before we get ready for game one here in Whistler at Meadow Park Sports Complex. The Vancouver Aces getting ready to take on Whistler's own Pivot hockey program. All right, starting five for the Aces. Flag number 33 between the pipes. Betts, Moore, Shelley. Hamlade and Sindrich. Hamlade lines up at center. Flanked by Shelley and Moore. Puck comes away to Betts. Betts away to Moore. Moore ahead across the blue line already. Far boards. Gets through a couple of defenders. Gets picked off. Loose puck in front. Pivot are able to get it out. In through neutral ice. Gets broken up by Betts. Pivot still have it deep in our own end. Pivot with a shot wide behind the net. On the far corner back behind. Sindrich couldn't chase it down in time. Battling with the pivot there in the corner. Camlade comes in to help. Camlade up against the near boards. Shelley couldn't get a stick on it. Sindrich was right there. Can't quite clear it. Camlade gets it out into neutral ice across the center line. Loose puck in the middle. Nobody can get a hold on it. Moore gets tangled up with a pivot hockey. Betts gets it back up to Moore. Moore just dumps it deep. O'Neill chasing. Harrigan, Dillon, Cochran on the ice. Deep in pivot zone. Battling in the near boards. Quick move up into the face mask of the tender. Pivot come away with it. 13:49 in the first period. Pivot through central. Cross our blue line. Gets picked off by Nolan Cochran. Gets dumped deep again. Harrigan goes to chase it down. Onto the near boards for Dillon. He just taps it out into neutral ice. Goes to chase. Makes it all the way down. West joins the team. Far board 77 up against. I'm going to learn 77's name eventually here, but he's the only kid on the team with no nameplate. So, Carrigan back over into neutral to Dillon. Dillon across the blue line, 77. And the far boards there, trying to set something up. Cochran has to move over to the point. 77 with a shot into the glove. Stops traffic here at 13:01 in the first period, 0s all. Helm and Milich back on D. Faceoff comes back to Helm at the point. Helm looking for somebody, dumps it in deep. Behind the pivot net. Gets centered. Nobody's there. Helm decides to pull back because there's 3 pivot coming right at him. Gets dumped in around the back end. Helm fighting off a defender, pushes him into the boards hard. He's going to take a penalty. Helm get a little physical in the corner there. He's going to go to the box at 12:35 of the first period. Pivot will be on the power play. West, Graham, Betts. Is that more there? No, it's Milich. Gets out of the zone. Pivot have to regroup at central. Get pushed back into their own zone by West. Loose pocket neutral. And they're across the blue line. Into the near corner. Gets broken up. Aces are able to clear deep. 1:30 left in the penalty. Shelley, Udovicic are on the ice. Pivot into center ice. They're across the blue line. Gets broken up. Aces dump it deep. 1:08 left in the penalty to Helm. Pivot behind their own net. 11:37 left in the first period. Aces get tangled up with themselves, but they still have it across the blue line. Quick shot just goes wide left off of the deflection. 47 seconds left in the penalty. Camlade intercepts the pass from the pivot. Short-handed with a shot off the high stick. The high bar. Fantastic short-handed goal from the Aces to make it 1-0. 42 seconds left in the penalty to Helm. 11-17. Camlade makes it 1-0. Moore, Camlade, Cochran, and Sindrich out there for the last 40 seconds of the penalty to Helm. Moore picks up the loose puck. Round the back of the net, trying to set something up. Gets a shot off the post. Goes into the far boards. Sindrich is right there to push it back in deep. 25 seconds left on the penalty. 11 minutes in the first period. 1-0 Aces. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Loose. Pivot can't quite get it. They're able to get it across the blue line. Cochran backhands it back to the middle. Shot goes wide left into the far corner. Nobody's there. Jack Moore picks it up. He's able to chip it out in the neutral zone. Offside gets called. Penalties over to Helm. 10:34 in the first period. 1-0 for the Aces off the shorthanded goal from Camlade. Back to full strength hockey. O'Neill here in the near ground in the red hat. Dylan in the yellow. Puck goes back to Sindrich. Over to Cochran. Battle on the far boards there. 77 in the mix. Dylan joins in. Loose puck. It's Carrigan in the near board. Over to Cochran. It's just outside of his reach. Jack Moore comes in to help. Behind his own net. Apologies, that's 77, not more. We'll get it. Shot just goes wide left. 77 gets tripped up, no call. O'Neill picks it up. Can't get it back to a defender. The boys had to race back. Carrigan and Cochran were all over it to break up the pivot, being able to have a shot. flag, just glove saves it to stop the play and reset everything. West, Graham, Udovicic will come out on the front end. Milic and Helm will switch in. 9:33 in the first period. Helm throws it behind his own net. Milic up to Udovicic. Quick little pass. Aces are across the blue line. Looking to set something up. It gets poked into the near corner here. Couple of pivot all over it. Helm throws a shot into the glove. 9:07 of the first, still 1-0 Aces. Puck comes all the way into the neutral zone. Helm has to go chase it down. Backhands it over to Milic. Milic right up to Udovicic. Udovicic gets it across the blue line, centering pass to West. West gets a shot into the pads. 8:52 in the first period. Remains 1-0 off the Camlade shorthanded goal about 3 minutes ago. Camlade back on the ice with Shelley and Moore. Puck comes up, back to the blue line. Betts is able to get a handle on it. Goes right into traffic, but Moore picks up the loose puck, throws it off the crossbar and into the netting. Camlade will set up to the left of the tender. Shelley to the left. Shelley puts it up to Sindrich, the point. Over to Moore. Moore gets a shot right into the glove. And we'll do it again. Camlade wins the draw. It goes deep into the corner. Moore is right there to pick it up. Moore throws it into the middle. Loose. Betts gets a stick on it. Betts, can you get a shot off into the pads? Tender goes down on it. 8:17 in the first period. We'll switch out as O'Neill, Dillon, and 77 come on with Cochran and Carignan. Puck into the far corner. Pivot, pick it up. Pivot with some time. Throwing it up against the far boards. Cochran was right there. Keep it in. 77 with a move. Keep it over to Carignan. Carignan with open ice to get a shot off. Dillon picks up the rebound. He's got it behind in that corner. Battling away. Dillon picks it up again. Has some room. Gets a backhand off. It's just wide right. O'Neill with some room in front. Pushes it over. Big shot and a save from the tender. 7:42 of the first period. A few quick shots there. West, Graham, and Udovicic will come on with Helm and Milic. Keep the pressure on. Set up again left of this tender. Graham with the face-off. Comes back to West. He gets a shot off wide. Goes right into the glove. We'll do it again. Comes back to Milic. Milic over to Helm. Helm, some room, puts a nice pass over to West. Right into the body. Good setup from the Aces. Shots are now 9-1 in the first period. It's been all Aces here the last 5 minutes. Face-off is loose in front. Pivot. Put it off the skate of the ref. Got a kind of a bad bounce. Couldn't quite get it out real quick. West is able to keep it in. Throws it deep. Gets tracked down behind the net. It's loose there. Milic goes into pinch. Comes out in the middle. Helm is right there. Helm picks up the loose puck, and it's right back across the blue line. Aces coming down strong. Set up in the middle. West